Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grown Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today is, let's get the camera there so you can see what's going on here. Today is March 29th of 2023. It's a Wednesday. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. Today we're going to work on Mrs. Pacas. Mrs. Pacas is a Punica, Arabica, Pacas. In other words, it's a dwarf coffee tree. I bought this last year and potted it on 6/6 of 2022. That's when my video came out on that one. She loves a well-drained acid soil of 6.1 to 6.5 pH. Her height grows from 36 inches to 48 inches, or 91 centimeters to 122 centimeters. She has a spread of 12 to 18 inches, or 30 to 45.7 centimeters. It likes try to let it dry between waterings. On this variety, it's 3 to 4 years before it fruits. I bought it from Gardens Alive. I forgot the price back then, but right now it's $24.99, and they still have them available. And if you look at your zone on there, they'll tell you the shipping. So let me put this on the side here, and let me bring it up. And remember, this was potted. I'll show you. There it is. It was potted on 6/6 of 2022. And it comes in a 3-inch pot. I forgot what that is in centimeters. So it grew. This is the new growth that it took off on. Now, granted, it's in the basement, so it got a lot of pukey leaves on it. So what we're going to do is cut it off. And now if you let it grow, it's just going to grow straight up till it reaches its height and then start to spread. But I'm going to cut some of these leaves off. Well, the basement, it's hard to manage it with the cold and everything, but she survived pretty good. Let's cut some of the dead leaves off, and you can see the nice growth on it. Take that off. So you can see right about here, we got a branch here and here. They're starting to divide out. But what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to grow real tall yet, I'm going to cut it back. You can see the little curve in the trunk here. But I'm going to cut it back to about here, because there's the brain. So if I cut it here, it's going to shoot out this way. And maybe we'll get a couple of branches that way. So let's just, on the safe side, we're going to cut it right here. Just like that. And then we're just going to cut the leaves off. This is my ironwood tool. Remember, it's a quick release tool. Lock it in place. Squeeze and you're in action. So what we're going to do now is take some of these leaves off. Some of these big ones, because if we try to root it, I'm not going to sell it or nothing. If I do, I'll give it away, because I don't know if this is a patented plant or not. It didn't say nothing. But just to be safe, you can do it as long as you don't sell it and give it away to anybody. But if it's your own personal plant, or you're trying to raise it, I don't think it'll hurt. But you gotta protect these guys patented, because they're the ones that developed it, and it's not fair for them for you to start cloning it and giving it away to people when they did all that work to do it. So right now, remember, here's the brain. We cut all the leaves off, so here's the brain. We're just going to trim into the brain a little bit, and then we're going to cut right below the brain, a flat cut. And then we're going to take it, and I got a pot ready with the sun grow with the soil I had. And we're just going to plop it in. No hormone or nothing. We'll see what happens. All the way into the bottom. Squeeze it in. Make sure you get real good soil contact with it. And then, let me see. Too much junk here, Tom. Well, we'll water it as soon as we get done with this because right now I won't have any room. And we're going to clean this up a little bit. And I got some pine bark mulch. You can see it, some of the stickers that I put on the bottom there, they fell off. But that's well to be expected because I didn't really do a good job on it. Now our accent plant, I don't know if it's going to come back or not. It's still not, hard. But this is it. It's a Wallowa mountain. And the name is very hard to read. But it grows to a height of an inch or 10 to 12 inch spread. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. So, let's dress it up a little bit. The leaves are turning a little yellow, but nothing I can do right now. Get some of that off. And some of the dead stuff won't hurt until the spring, until I can get it outside. With this cold weather, you can't yet. I hope the tomatoes survive in the greenhouse. I got this, so we'll put like a little water feature there. And we'll put it, let's see, we'll put it right around here where the duck can swim. And all this was that, what's the name of it again? The Amazing Pour. So I put that blue sand on there and made a little watering hole here. Put that there for the little duck. And then I have my, let's get it out and up. I have my pine bark mulch. And we're going to top dress it with that. And then she's going to just sit down in the basement here until I can get it outside. So we can get warm. And yes, for the cut end, I have my gunmetal lipstick from Fantasy Makers. So you want cut paste, there you go. All it is wax. Women use it on their lips. If it don't hurt the women, it ain't going to hurt your plant. Lipstick. A natural wax. Why spend all that money? We can use a lipstick. Get it at a garage sale unused, or if you got, your wife can go out and look for it at garage sales or dollar store. And it's really inexpensive and easy to use. So we're going to get our little top dressing on. I'm not going to water it because it's been watered already. So we're just going to put that around there just to dress it up a little bit. Just like that. And we'll see how much it grows this year. Now I know anytime you're supposed to let it grow a little taller, but I don't want it to get that tall because it'll be hard for me to move. Especially if you get an arthritis attack. People know. And now, we're going to just take our little cup and put this around the water here. You're saying, Tom, you're getting stones in the water. I know, but what are you going to do? Just like that, just to dress it up. And then all I'll do is I'll take my brush, get it from the back here, and just brush it off. And I glue the little ducky down, space it in, and let's see what happens this year, how much it grows, and see what it does. So if you want coffee, those other coffee trees, they grow tall and it'll take a longer time for you to get coffee out of them, coffee beans. But in 3 to 4 years, on this dwarf one, remember it's a Punica, Arabica, Pacas. Man, if I said it wrong, well, what are you going to do? That's life. So there, lickety split, 1, 2, 3. We'll just put the top down so you can see it. At least with that on the side. With the camera on the side, I think you can get a better view. And you can see how nice and dark that water turns once you do it. So, today's Wednesday. Get yourself a cup of tea. There's Mr. Elephant, Pinkie Pie, and there's our other 2 plantings over there with our money tree. It's still good, and our Fabian still hanging in there. So let's see what we get out of it. So today's Wednesday. I like some good westerns and stuff, but one of my favorites that I had a cup of tea with today was good old Walter Brennan, and he's got an album called Old Rivers. Now that is a powerful song, and if you want to have a tearjerker for those of you that got dogs, play Old Shep. I mean, the way he sings that one, you'll be amazed how old Shep is. I mean, that was one fabulous song. I couldn't believe it. So, turn on a little Walter Brennan, cup of tea, get your coffee. I checked online; they're still available. And if I buy one, they don't ship in my zone till like April 27th or 29th. I forget, but give it a try. That's the name. So, I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. So give it a shot. I mean, you could probably buy them online someplace else, but this plant was pretty big. It was like this size when I got it, in a 3-inch pot. And that was my hook for my cord. I'll find it later. Take care, everybody. Enjoy a cup of tea. Get yourself, you want a cup of coffee? Grow your seeds. They say once they're ripe, you can put it in the oven and roast them, and then let them cool and dry, and then you got your coffee. But you can look it up. I ain't an expert on making coffee. This is going to be my first. So if I live this long, and say two more years, maybe 3, maybe I'll get some coffee. You never know. And hopefully it pulls through this summer. So take care, everybody. Cup of tea. Check out Walter Brennan. He had some good cowboy movies, too. Take care.